hated matchup in history. We're talking two bitter rivals going head to head to see who comes out on top. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight between two of the fiercest competitors known to man. Of course, I'm talking about KFC and Chick-Fil-A. So let's get out the one we all know and love, KFC. And we have a little something from Chick-Fil-A. Chick-Fil-A just opened up in Medford, Oregon. They just had their restaurant grand opening on January 23rd. And let me tell you right off the bat that Chick-Fil-A has so far enjoyed enormous success. The restaurant is always packed. The drive-thru is jammed for miles. I mean, if you're going to go through drive-thru, you're looking to spend probably an hour in line. And that's, if you go rush hour. I was there at lunch hour, and there was still a line. Most of the people were inside the store. It was packed in there. It probably took me about 20 minutes standing in line to order and get my food. But actually, once I ordered it, it didn't take long for them to make it and get it to me. I took it to go, and it seems like it only took them maybe less than 10 minutes to cook up the chicken, prepare it. So that's pretty good. They're pretty efficient. So anyway, Chick-Fil-A has been around since 1967, and KFC's been around a lot longer than that. They've been around since 1930. So for at least 30 years, KFC has had dominance in the chicken sandwich market. But when Chick-Fil-A came along, that all changed. And now today we want to find out, when these two Leviathans go head to head, who wins, who has the superior sandwich. We're going to find out who has the most delicious and the most beautiful. So we'll unwrap KFC first. This is a crispy kernel. This is the only kind of sandwich they have, because KFC is they specialize in chicken. So does Chick-Fil-A. In fact, I think Chick-Fil-A is the only restaurant now in Medford that really can compete with KFC. Yes, it's true, other fast food restaurants do make chicken sandwiches, but they don't specialize in them. I mean, Burger King started out making hamburgers. That was their specialty. McDonald's, makes hamburgers, and Wendy's makes hamburgers, and I could go on and on. All the big chains you can think of, yes, they all have chicken sandwiches on their menu, but they didn't start out making them. Chick-fil-A is one of the few restaurants in the world that just makes chicken sandwiches by themselves. Popeyes was late to the game. They've been around since the early 1970s, and it wasn't until last year that they came up with their chicken sandwich. And it's all because of these guys, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, the original. And so we're going to do a little presentation test. And right off the bat, I can tell you that this Chick-fil-A sandwich looks a lot more attractive than the KFC sandwich. It looks pretty sad, actually. Looks like the buns have fused to the chicken fillet. But if you open it up, it's just got chicken, pickles, and that's it. And the bun is just your standard bun, flour bun. Actually, it might be a potato-based bun. It looks like there's white powder, and that's usually indicative of potato. Let's see. And also, this video serves as a reminder. My original plan, okay, was to compare Chick-fil-A to Little Butte Market, because Little Butte makes chicken sandwiches that are so damn good, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between their sandwich and this guy right here. I'm telling you, you wouldn't know. If somebody put a blindfold on you and tested you, you would swear they were both from the same place. If someone would have said, hey, these are both from Popeyes, you would have been like, yep, that's great, yes they are. You'd never guess that a convenience store could create chicken sandwiches that were just as delicious as the most popular chains in the United States. But anyway, also another landmark milestone that Little Butte Market has achieved is they have sold the most Pepsi products. Their sales are the highest. Their Pepsi sales are the highest in, I guess, in all of Eagle Point. I talked to the cashier, he said that the Little Butte even surpassed Walmart. Walmart doesn't sell as much Pepsi as Little Butte does. That's hard to believe, but it's true. I can imagine why. They get a lot of foot traffic in that store all day long. They get a lot of, it's next to a school, so they get a lot of kids in there. And of course, kids drink soft drinks. So that's congratulations to Little Butte Market, Little Butte Mini Market. They are the world leader. They lead the city in Pepsi sales. And so, my first sip is a toast to Little Butte Market. Enjoy your success while it lasts. Eagles Market is on your tail. Now, to get back to the sandwiches. So, if you look at the size, the crispy kernel is pretty small. And I had receipts. I lost them all, unfortunately. Or did I? What have I got left here? This is a receipt from KFC. Cool. What I'll do is I'll put an insert. Alright. But the crispy kernel is $4. $4 for this little tiny thing. $4. Don't have the receipt for Chick-Fil-A, but trust me, it's around the same price, but the sandwich is bigger. I mean, look at that. You could tell. Here. Which is the bigger sandwich? Chick-Fil-A or KFC? KFC's been around longer. You'd think that they have bigger sandwich. So, without further ado, well, actually, wait. There is some ado left. We're going to peel the bun off there. So we're looking at the chicken. And the Chick-Fil-A patty's bigger. And that's all I really wanted to point out. And it looks, the crust is darker. The batter on the outside of the chicken is darker. So now we're gonna go in for the taste. We're gonna see what we're up against here. Well, I'll say this for KFC. Their chicken is really, really good. I don't know what those 11 herbs and spices are, but they're pretty flavorful. This chicken is amazing. Very thick fillet, actually. It's not a patty. Thick fillet of chicken breast. And it's got those 11 herbs and spices on there. It's a good sandwich. It's a very good sandwich. Delicious. But if I'm not careful, I'll eat this whole thing. I don't want to do that quite yet. Well, everybody knows that the Colonel's tried and true. You know, he's been around for over 80 years. But look at this. Look at presentation-wise. This is a very beautiful sandwich Chick-Fil-A has. Look at that golden brown bun. That brioche. Golden brown. God, it even smells sweet. You can smell the honey. You can smell the sugar. You can make love to this sandwich right now. And this time I've got the deluxe version. But they give you lettuce, tomato, and pickles. And American cheese. But we're going to put some mayonnaise on this sandwich. We're going to dress it up. And look at that. Look at the mayonnaise packet. That's Chick-Fil-A. They have their own mayonnaise. They don't do their own mustard. That's a name brand, French's. But Chick-Fil-A makes its own mayonnaise. Wow. That is amazing. Alright, now we're gonna check out the mustard. Alright, so we got it dressed up there. It's almost a shame to bite into this. It's so beautiful. It's like a work of art compared to this. They don't do much with presentation. Their chicken speaks for itself, I guess. So they just slap it together and then you eat it because I guess they're thinking you're so hungry that you won't care. You're just you'll be like closing your eyes. Which makes sense. Wow. This Chick-fil-A sandwich is sure a sight to behold. And now, without further ado, we are going to bite into the sandwich. It's delicious. And if you look, the patty's not as thick as KFC. They've got a bigger cut of chicken. It's thicker. Just want to let the flavors kind of dance on my tongue a little bit. Now, you've got a brioche bun, and you've got lettuce and tomato on here, and I put mayonnaise and mustard on it, and there's American cheese. But the chicken, well, as delicious as this chicken is, I think KFC wins in the chicken department. It's delicious. It's whatever it's spiced with, whatever those 11 herbs and spices are. I mean, this has probably some good spices on there too. I mean, I don't know if it's got 11 of them. Hi, Dee. Muffin doesn't know either. What do you prefer, Muffin, Chick-fil-A, or KFC? Which one? It's up to you. You get to decide. You get to decide which sandwich is the best. Oh well. I will say definitively that Kentucky Fried Chicken has the best chicken. And I'm sorry, Chick-fil-A. I know it's a good sandwich. You have really good chicken. I mean, it's everything KFC is, but KFC has that extra oomph. It goes the extra mile. It does something else. It's those proprietary blends of the herbs and the spices. God knows what they are. But according to Colonel Sanders, most everybody then has these 11 herbs and spices in their kitchen. So, I mean, it's probably got salt and pepper. I don't know what else. That's all I could think of. Salt and pepper. It's in my kitchen. I don't really have anything else. Oregano? Well, maybe there's oregano in there. And, anyway, but I will say that presentation-wise, Chick-fil-A is the clear winner. This is definitely a beautiful sandwich. KFC really needs to step up their game and work on appearance. They're relying on the brand. The brand being so famous that people aren't going to care what your chicken sandwich looks like. It doesn't have to look pretty at all. This is a pretty sandwich. It's beautiful. It's goddamn artwork is what it is. They make a good sandwich. I like that brioche bun. And it's big. It's bigger than KFC is. And my patty, my Chick-fil-A. My Chick-fil-A sandwich split in half. So there you have it, folks. KFC's chicken tastes better. But that's only by virtue of what it's seasoned with. I mean, if you just threw 2 pieces of chicken in a frying pan, and did the same thing to both of them, then they'd both taste just as good. It doesn't matter if it came from Chick-fil-A or KFC. But, there's a lot of hype around Chick-Fil-A. Nobody's going to flock to KFC by the dozens. You're not going to walk into a KFC and see a lobby full of people. You're not going to wait 20, 30 minutes for your sandwich. But when you go to Chick-Fil-A, it's going to be a very busy environment. You're going to have lots of commotion. It's going to feel like you're back in high school, in your high school cafeteria. That's what it's going to feel like. And it's amazing. It's cool that Medford's growing up to be such a big city that we now have these restaurants that draw in such huge crowds. It makes me feel important, like I'm somewhere special. I mean, Medford's used to be this kind of boring place. You don't go there to live, you go there to die, and now it's happening, baby. Medford's like Vegas. Instead of casinos, though, we just have fast food restaurants, and that's okay for now, I think. Medford can always change its image in the future. Love that Pepsi. Damn, it's good. All right. Chick-Fil-A. Just barely lost. I'd say they lost by a field goal. It was a close one. Head to head, KFC, Chick-Fil-A. But KFC ultimately wins the day because of just how damn good their chicken is. Oh, it's good. Yes, original recipe or crispy, you can't go wrong. And Chick-Fil-A, though, beautiful. Beautiful. And it does taste good, don't get me wrong. It's a good sandwich. But it's not worth the hype, people. Worst case scenario. You go to a grocery store, you buy chicken, you buy buns, you go home, and you make yourself a sandwich. Okay? Don't have to sit in line. You don't have to be frustrated or aggravated in any way. By the way, Super Bowl's coming up. Who are you going to root for? I've got my team right here. They're going to take it all the way. San Francisco is the team to beat. They are unstoppable. They are a juggernaut. They're not going to be stopped by anyone. But we're rooting for these guys because we know that the 49ers are just the most kick-ass team. And you know what? I blame this on all the kneeling that they do. It turns out that every time they kneel for the national anthem, that's been strengthening their core all this time, making them more agile on the field, making it so they can run faster, and they can spin around and juke and catch balls, and they can throw further, and it's really improved their game. I think that constant kneeling, it just strengthened their entire core right there, right in the abs. Maybe it strengthened their legs too. It really improved their gameplay, and so that is okay with me. We are ready for game day, and I'm glad to have Chick-Fil-A in Medford. That's pretty awesome. Another restaurant that specializes in chicken sandwiches, and they can compete with KFC. Maybe they can work on their flavor a little bit, punch it up, make it better than KFC. I mean, right now KFC is in the lead. They're right here. I mean, just barely. They've just barely won. It wouldn't take much for Chick-Fil-A to get up to their level if they really tried hard. They could do that. But that's amazing. I love Chick-Fil-A. I'm glad to have them in town. But don't forget the original, the OG chicken that we've all grown up with and loved all our lives. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Muffin, what do you think? Chick-Fil-A is here to stay.